Game week 19 is done. Not a good week for me, 40 points and a red arrow. My transfer this week, Trent, he did well, 8 points. Other than that, Solanke scored. Assist for Son and Archer. On my bench, I have Porro with 5 points. And of course, Areola, 10 points against Arsenal. I'm not really too upset about that because I would probably play Dubravka at home to Forest 10 out of 10 times before Areola away at the Emirates against Arsenal. So 40 points. Luckily, the next game week is not far away. Let's look ahead. Game week 20 is just around the corner. This week I will definitely start Areola. He is playing against Brighton. Dubravka is away at Anfield, so Areola will be my goalkeeper for game week 20. In defense, Porro and Trent are nailed on to start. Not sure about starting Trippier or Gabriel. It will be a late decision. Trippier against Liverpool away or Gabriel away to Fulham. I don't like benching Trippier because of his attacking potential. So let's see who will get the starting spot. In midfield, Son, Palmer, Salah, Martinelli and Saka. Once again, Martinelli, I don't really fancy having him in my team, but I don't have a spare transfer to move him on. Especially with the Asian Cup and AFCON coming up, I don't have enough transfers to remove Martinelli, and I probably will have to prioritize doing something about Salah and Son. Up top, Solanke and Watkins. Solanke playing against Tottenham. They conceded 4 goals in game week 19, so hopefully Solanke can do something as well. And Watkins has a good fixture against Burnley. This means that Archer and Taylor also will be on my bench for game week 20. As mentioned, I don't have a spare transfer, so I will probably just save a transfer going into game week 20 and have 2 free transfers for game week 21. If you have 2 free transfers and don't have to remove players that will participate in AFCON or the Asian Cup, then removing Trippier and getting in early on Estupinian could be a good option. Trippier and Newcastle have been really bad lately, and I do believe that Brighton, with their good fixtures coming up, can do well. Estupinian was one of the players who was the most attacking in the first part of the season before his injury, so getting him in now could be a good move. I don't have the possibility to remove Trippier right now, nor Martinelli. My priority will be to remove Salah, who is going to AFCON, and Son, who is going to the Asian Cup, and free up some funds to get Haaland back. However, it doesn't really have to happen over the next couple of game weeks because Haaland is injured right now and we don't know when he will be back, so I'll monitor the situation, but I have to use my free transfers wisely going forward. When I set up my bus team right after the game week 19 deadline, I picked Son as my captain, just looking at the fixture. Bournemouth at home, but after taking a closer look at the stats, I'm really reconsidering captaining Son. So we can see Bournemouth has kept 2 clean sheets and they are topping the defensive stats for goals conceded, big chances conceded, 10 shots on target for the last 4 game weeks. So Bournemouth has done really well lately, and if they continue with their good form, then Son could be a bad captain pick. Ollie Watkins as captain, he has burned me a couple of times before with good fixtures. He gets the armband and then blanks. Could be a new week for this. He is playing against Burnley, who has 1 clean sheet but they have conceded 12 big chances, which is 19th, almost the worst in the league. And shots on target as well, 32, which is the worst in the league. So Watkins has a better fixture than Son, but let's take a look at my last captain option. Salah, again, he is nailed on and he is on penalties. He blanked in game week 19 when I captained him, and at first when you consider they're playing against Newcastle, it's a no-go, but when we take a closer look at the stats, you can see that Newcastle's form lately has been terrible. They have conceded 8 goals, which is worst in the league. And the same for big chances conceded, 15, and they are 19th for shots on target, and they actually have an expected goals conceded of 9 goals for the last 4 game weeks. So Salah could possibly be a really good captain option for game week 20, and he is the one I'm leaning towards right now. Watkins, Salah or Son. Watkins is up against Burnley, a bad defense. Salah, he is up against Newcastle, which actually have the worst defense, while Son, on paper it looks like the best fixture against Bournemouth, but they are actually the best defense out of the 3. So for me right now, I'm leaning towards captaining Mo Salah for game week 20.